So there's a lot of things I want to do. I feel like everyone has done this already. If I'm honest, I feel like it's really hard to give proper feedback to reading the changes without actually playing the game because in a new expansion. But I could go over all the changes. It's gonna take forever. There's so many changes for the new expansion, and by the end of it, I mean, it's literally impossible to say what it's going to be like. It's basically just a bunch of unpruning and abilities coming back, which is amazing. So I'll go through all the changes. General changes for Death Knights. All Death Knights will be able to desecrate the ground. Blah, blah, blah. So everyone gets Death and Decay. Everyone gets Anti-Magic Zone. And every Death Knight gets Lichborn, Raise Dead, and Sack. No matter what spec you are. So Death Knights will have a million defensive abilities. My first impression when I see a bunch of defensive abilities, it's dampening and I'm scared nothing's gonna die and stuff like that. But I mean, I'm all for unpruning. You can always tune the numbers and stuff like that, right? It's gonna depend on how much the damage, pace of the game, and how much damage everyone's doing and stuff. Hopefully, it's not gonna mean that Death Knights make everything, you know, super slow paced. That's the only thing I'm worried about. But unpruning, I love it, you know. The Frost can use 2 one-handed weapons or 1 two-handed weapon like they used to. That's really cool. The iconic Frostworm's Fury will be accessible to all Frost Death Knights. I'm not sure what that is. Frostworm's Fury, what is that? Is that the one when you shoot a big dragon? Hypothermic Presence is a new talent that halves the runic power cost of abilities for a moderate amount of time, giving the Death Knight the vigor to strike down all who stands against them. They get a new offensive ability. All Unholy Death Knights will be able to use Summon Gargoyle. You don't even have that now, do you? Yeah, I don't remember. Oh yeah, previously a talent, yeah. People don't use that anymore, I think. Army of the Damned talent returns as an even stronger blah blah blah. Okay, so it's called Army of the Dead, isn't it? Why is it called Damned? Okay, so maybe they renamed Army of the Dead or something to Damned. I'm not sure. And then it summons a Magus. And Magus is basically this little undead minion that shoots frost bolts. And it's a Azerite trait right now, I believe. And it's really, really powerful. Death Coil and Epidemic Task will reduce Army of the Dead's cooldown. Okay, Army of the Dead, Army of the Damned. I'm not 100% sure what the difference is there. Allowing Unholy Death Knights to summon forth a relentless stream of blah blah blah. Monks of Dead will also... Okay, so is this like Apocalypse? Okay, so there's Army of the Damned, and then there's Army of the Dead, and then there's Apocalypse as well. So when you pop Apocalypse or Army of the Dead, you'll also get Magus, is what's happening. They're basically putting that trait as it just passively shows up. You don't have to trade it. Okay, so Demon Hunter General changes. General changes. All Demon Hunters now share a single resource, Fury, which channels their Fury hatred into relentless blah blah blah. In additional Immolation Aura will be available on both specs. They have a new passive, Unending Hatred. That's a PP talent right now, which expands their Fury's maximum capacity, or they're changing it, okay? Then we get an extra hit in or 2. The Dark Slash talent has evolved into Essence Break, which deals chaos damage and significantly increases the damage both Chaos Strike and Blade Dance deal for a short duration. We've gone through this, but let's look at it again. I might have skipped something because I was going through it so fast. We're bringing several abilities back to the class and making others more widely available. Most notably, the affinity system is expanded to offer utilities along with passive bonuses. All druids will be able to use Ferocious Bite, Bark Skin, Cyclone. Don't you already have Bark Skin as every spec? Wait, Feral doesn't have it, actually. Bunkin has it, so Feral's getting it. Feral has double wall instead right now. Okay, Ferocious Bite, Bark Skin, Cyclone, Stampeding Roar, and Iron Fur. I actually really like stuff like this, Iron Fur, even though it's like a small thing. Buttons like that are really fun, you know? Harder Wireless return as a talent, providing an option for druids who want to use off-roll abilities during combat. I wonder what Harder Wild is going to be like. It used to be a 6-minute cooldown or something. And 6-minute cooldowns aren't allowed in Arena anymore. The affinity talents associated with each specialization, Balance, Guardian, Feral, and Resto, also gain an additional utility ability. Balance receives Typhoon, Feral gets Maim, Guardian gets Incapacitating Roar, and Restoration can use Ursul's Vortex, which is awesome as well. Balance. Solar and lunar empowerments are being strengthened and updated. Wrath and Starfire will grant each other lunar for a longer duration. Okay, with special moments of celestial alignment allowing both to occur at once. Okay. Star Surge will extend the current eclipse to continue focusing power into either Wrath or Starfire. while Starfall instead extends your current Moonfire and Sunfire effects, giving the main arcane power vendors distinct roles based on situation. Starfall will also return to its previous design used from Wrath Lich King through Warlords. I don't remember what that was like. Instead of needing to telegraph the affected area, bounce druids again. Oh, I wonder if that's going to take you out of stealth, which strikes the surrounding ground while they stand, run, or flap for restoration. What was that like back in the days with Starfall? Did it take you out of stealth and stuff when they popped it? The old one? Because wasn't it like a really big AoE? No? Okay, that's good. Alright, Feral. Fierce Felonists will see their Blood Talents talent reimagined, tapping into their primal power. Shred, Rake, and Ferocious Beating in quick succession. Their damage over the next rip will increase dramatically. Wait. When they use Shred, Rake, and Pharaoh in quick succession, what does that mean? The damage of the next rip will increase dramatically. I don't know what that means in quick succession. Maybe you have to like use them in like an order and then rip after. Also, I don't know if it's gonna snapshot. So snapshot meaning like if you put up a rip, which is a bleed, if it will have the increased damage. If it will have the increased damage only if you do it before you apply it, or if it can also be increased after you apply it. It sounds like something that needs to happen before. I don't know how it works. We'll see. Not gonna read Guardian. Okay, Resto. Swiftman will return to its historical function of consuming a heal over time effect on the target. I think this sounds cool. So basically you put up a reju and you press Swiftman and it consumes the reju and it does a bigger heal, right? With a substantial reduced cooldown and cost. And for moments of special need, the classic restoration staple Nature Swiftness, that is an insta heal. It's a cooldown, so you press it and then you press regrowth and it instantly goes off without casting it. Yeah, so Nature Swiftness is like a pretty iconic ability they removed, and I think it's going to be cool. Allow a regrowth, rebirth, or entangling root to be cast instantly. It used to be able to work with Cyclone too, and I think it might be good that they're not allowing that. Because it's really OP to be able to insta-clone people. I think it's good that they didn't do that. But I like that you can do it on root. You can make plays with Nature Swiftness root. This alone adds so much like difference to a druid, right? Being able to use your instant defensively on a heal or on a root. Like an insta root you can do a lot with in certain situations, right? You'll be like, okay, so in this situation, if you're thinking fast, you'll think something like, this warrior has used his avatar, has used his blade storm. I'm in execute range now. If I don't do something really fast, I'm gonna die. Am I gonna regrowth right now to save myself and try and kite him off again? Or can I just instant root him and actually get away? And I'll be like, oh, maybe I can't because the healer's in his line, he's gonna dispel the root. But then you drag him behind a pillar or something, you're like insta root him and then he's stuck there and then that's way better for you. It's like situational abilities is really good for PvP. Cast Nourish. Nourish is a talent option that heals an ally for a significant amount. Nourish receives triple the boon for mastery Harmony, which increases the healing for each active resto heal over time. So basically, I don't know if this is going to be like needed in Shadowlands. It might be something that you need to keep people up. It's hard to say. I mean, it kind of looks like it, right? Because they're making Swiftmen way different and probably way less effective than it is right now. And I don't know if Swiftman's going to give you a buff on your regrowth anymore. So it might be that everyone just specs into Nourish and then you get Hots up and then you get Nourish cast off. Which could mean that druids are shit. Because it could mean that you're relying on casting all the time. If you end up in a situation where you're a class or a healer that has to cast all the time and all the other healers, they can get away with not casting, you're probably going to be the shittier one. And it also could mean that you have to play in a really defensive way and just sit in the back and get nourishes out all the time. Those two things worry me a little bit, but we'll see. Hopefully I'm completely wrong about that and druids are good. They're usually good. Alright. Hunters. Core damage rotation will remain familiar in Shadowlands, but several iconic abilities will return and many talents will be updated. So, general changes. Arcane Shot, Eyes of the Beast, Hunter's Mark, Kill Shot, Scare Beast, and Trank will be available. Cool. Arcane Shot used to be... I guess it depends on the expansion. Also, Hunters used to use mana, but they don't anymore. Arcane Shot is like a filler, usually. Just a little instant damage shot. And then Eyes of the Beast, it's just that you can press a button to control your pet. So you don't control your character anymore. You're controlling your pet and walking around your pet, kind of like a mind control. Hunter's Mark, that's kind of cool. That's you have it in Classic, right? You just target a mob and you put up a Hunter's Mark, and then he'll take more damage, like a increased range damage dot. And then Kill Shot is when people are low health. It's like Execute. They're low health, and then you could press a disability which will only work when they're low health, and it'll hit for a shit ton. Scare Beast is being able to fare beasts, basically. So that adds something to Hunter versus Hunter, right? For example, because they'll always have beasts. And then you can say, you know, the other hunter has his pet stun ready and he wants to pet stun your healer into trap or something. And then you'll just fare his pet and then delay his go. Make it really annoying for him, for example. To prepare for the fight ahead, all hunters will have their stable size significantly increased to hold many companions, including the new creatures they discover and tame. Okay, so they can have more pets in their stable. Beast Mastery. Bloodshed is the new... I think we read this yesterday, but I'll go over it again. Bloodshed is a new talent that Beast Mastery can teach their companions. Combining the beast to tear into the targets. Okay, I mean, it's hard for me to say what it's going to be like. I don't see numbers or anything. But it's basically... It sounds like Kill Command or something. The unfortunate quarry will bleed. Okay, it sounds like Blood Frenzy. Bleed significantly, causing them to take more damage from their pet. Scent of Blood is being reimagined. This passive now activates when Beast's Wrath is used, granting 2 charges of... Or Barb Shot is what it's called. Barb Shot to bloody a target and empower their bonded beast to take down threats quickly. That's what I'm talking about before. Okay, Venomous Bite takes the place of Spitting Cobra and comes with a twist. When Beast Wrath ends, a Cobra will come to aid a hunter in combat. Serpent's power will increase based on how many times you use Cobra Shot during Beast's Wrath. That's kind of interesting, right? And then we have Marksman. Marksman can empower Kill Shot with Deadeye, a new talent. So you get 2 charges of Kill Shot as Marksman. It also makes Aim Shot recharge fat for a short time when Kill Shot is used. Okay. So basically when people are low, Marksman is banging. Binding Shackles is a new passive talent that causes enemies root by their baseline binding shot to deal less damage to the hunter for a short time after being released from the root. Interesting. Volley is a new talent that enables the Marksman hunter to rain arrows down on a target area for a short period of time. New? That's really old. It also empowers the hunter with the Trick Shots buff, causing all their aim shot or rapid fire abilities to riches it and hit up to 5 additional... Okay, so you get a bunch of AoE. Survival, to take down the horror waiting for them in Shadowlands. Survival is redefining their skills and improving their weapons and gadgets. Expect to see damage increase from Hider's Bite, Butchery, Steel Trap, Tip of the Spear, Flank Strike, along with the Darkster Focus with attack grabs, all designed to help them, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so like I said yesterday, it makes sense they're not doing too much to Survival because this was redesigned for Shadowlands, and I think Survival is the coolest and best designed spec maybe in BFA right now. Survival Hunter is super, super cool. Okay. Mage. We feel it's important for every mage to have access to spells from the Arcane, Fire, and Frost schools. I mean, this is a general thing. It shouldn't just be a mage thing. It should be a general thing that your class feels like a class. You know, that you have abilities from everywhere. And your spec doesn't, you know... It shouldn't feel like each spec is a different class, you know? General changes. Arcane Explosion, Fire Blast, Frostbolt, and Mirror Image are once again available to all specializations, and Fireward and Frostward return to bolster mage defenses. This is big. This is really, really big. Like, this alone makes it so I almost want to be a mage. This is so cool. Having Frostbolt as a Fire Mage and an Arcane Mage, to use it just to slow people and stuff like that, is really, really cool. Alter Time also comes back from the past. Ooh. This is probably one of the coolest abilities all time, I think. Maybe some of you guys don't know what Alter Time is. I can explain in a second. Allowing mages of all specs to show off their temporarily mastery. When cast, it says, this spell gives the mage the ability to return to their initial location with the same health and mana after casting it a second time or after a short duration. So if you didn't understand that, basically... Wait, how is that going to be now, though? I don't know. It used to be like this. You'll be a Frost Mage, and you have a bunch of procs that make your Ice Lances and fire Frost Firebolt instant. So say you had one Frost Firebolt proc, so that it's instant, and you had 2 Ice Lance procs. Then you would press Alter Time. And then you would use these 3 procs, and then you would press alter time again and go back in time. And then it would put you back to the location you were on the map with the same procs. You can press all those buttons and then use a bunch of defensive stuff, right? And then you just alter back and you get everything back a second time. Really, really interesting spec that you could use in a lot of different ways. Oh yeah, and your health would go back too. Crazy ability. Clear casting now has an additional stack, rendering incarnation more capable of mastery 7. Now extends its damage, increasing properties beyond Arcane Blast and Barrage to all spells. Touch of the Mage moves from its current place as a talent, baseline, allowing wielders to target an enemy that will take an additional burst of damage from all arcane spells and spread that damage to surround it. Okay, this is baseline. What is this again? I feel like I can see the image in my head. Oh, it's this one. Accumulate 50% of the damage you deal to target for 8 seconds then exploding. Okay, interesting. Interesting. I don't know how that's going to play out. Enlighten is a new talent that rewards mana management. While the arcane mage's mana is above a certain threshold, it empowers all arcane damage dealt by a moderate amount. When below that threshold, it significantly increases mana regen. I wonder what arcane's going to be like. Maybe I'll like arcane. Fire mages now have more control over how and when they spread their ignites. Ooh, with a redesigned mastery. Fire Blast now serves as the catalyst. When used against an enemy who's ignited, it spreads to up to 8 enemies close to your target. Fire Mage's talents are also getting a few updates to help promote different playstyles based on the situation they face. Blast Wave now does more damage, and an increased slow duration helps keep enemies at bay while melting their health away. For mages who want to watch the world burn, the cooldown reduction provided by kindling is increased, allowing the mage to get their combustion back faster for maximum crit. The damage bonus from Pyroclasm grant is also being increased, making the reward casting the next non-instant pyro much more satisfying. It's hard for me to like really dive into this, right? Because I'm not a mage player at all. Really, melee is very weak. I'm not very much into it, but there is a million other mage streamers out there that can probably tell you. I think mage mains are going to be really happy because mages feel really meh in BFA compared to what they were. In my opinion, they feel like they got pruned really hard. And they're getting a lot of stuff back. Like, alter time is huge for PvP. This is such... Like, mage mains are going to be really happy having this back. No deep freeze, though. Oh, my God. Dude, that is greedy as fuck. You're getting, like, 50 new abilities. And the first thing you say is no deep freeze, sad face. Are you kidding me, dude? You get alter time. Come on, dude. Monks return to the peak of serenity to study, train, blah, blah, blah. Each specialization will receive a unique celestial cooldown ability. Reconnect them with the... Okay. General changes. Expel, harm, fortifying burst, spinning, crank, and touch of death are now available for all monks. You get touch of death as a Mistweaver? That's interesting. I wonder how hard it's going to hit. Additionally, touch of death returns to its original design, killing an enemy with less health than the monk. Each specialization also gains a unique benefit by dealing damage with touch of death. How is the original design again? All 3 specializations will also be able to summon their celestial to the battlefield. Oh, wow, really? This is the big tiger. Ox and the serpent. Oh, wow. Yeah, it was insta-kill below 10%. Instantly, that's true. Now I remember. Because instantly, oh, that shit's gonna come back then. You can actually suicide as a warrior again. I remember... someone using touch of death on my healer. Yeah, I would intervene a touch of death. I don't know if that was like intended or not, but I would intervene a touch of death and it would one-shot me when I got it off my healer. I wonder how that interaction is going to work if you intervene it off. I wonder if intervene is still going to take an ability away from people. Maybe it'll just be a charge. That would suck. I really hope Warrior Intervene is going to be the way it was, where you redirect the next ability from the person you intervened onto yourself. Because that was awesome. Mistweaver. All Mistweaver uses the Jade Serpent, some of the celestial. That's like the healing train thing, right? Or the Jade Serpent that spins around and heals everyone. Who heals ally with celestial breath and spawns healing spears for nearby allies. Touch of Death now instantly kills any creature with less health than a Mistweaver monk and will spawn healing spears for their allies. Okay. Wait. Invoke Chi, the Red Crane. Oh, so this is a talented version of this, maybe? Anyways. Strengthen their physical damage moderately and healing their allies for part of the damage inflicted on enemies. GG also makes Mistsphere monks immune to movement impairment effects, so they can constantly be on the move during combat. Windwalker will once again be able to choose between 2 one-handed weapons or 1 two-handed weapon. Wait, what? I forgot about that. Wait, what? That's cool. Windwalker and will spawn chi spears that a Windwalker can perform devastating blows. Okay, so some stuff spawns from your touch that makes you do more damage or something that you can pick up. That's weird. In the Shadowlands, wild gods freely wander the woods of blah blah blah, and their magic awakens Windwalker to perform dance of chi. This new passive talent has a moderate chance to make the next spinning cranker free. Okay. Alright. Paladin. Paladins such as seals, blessings, and auras. While we feel that not all these categories of spells make sense for a modern game, having those categories yep, that's cool. Okay, I agree with that. General changes. Blessing of Sack, Hammer of Wrath, Sense Dead, Shield of Righteousness, Turn Evil, and Word of Glory will be available to all Paladins. Blessing of Sack for all Paladins. This is the one that removes stuns on friends, right? Hammer of Wrath, that's like an execute. Sense Dead, that's like a tracking thing where you can see undead on your minimap. Shield of the Righteous, I don't remember what that is. Is that the thing that gives you block or? Oh, Sack, yeah, that's Sanctuary, you're right. Sack is, oh wow, everyone gets that? Blessing of Sack is the one that transfers damage. Only Holy Paladins have it now. Or maybe Protoss too, actually, I don't know. But not everyone's gonna get it. Turn Evil, that's a, you can fear undead. And Word of Glory, that is an instant heal. Sometimes it's been really broken and healed way too much, and sometimes not too much. Holy Power returns as a resource for all Paladins to use to fight off attackers. So every spec gets Holy Power. Abilities such as... Or don't they already have that? I don't know. Abilities such as Crusader Strike and Hammer of Wrath grants Holy Power on use, which can then be spent to call upon the most powerful, including Word of Glory and Seal... Okay, what is Shield of Righteous? I'm gonna look it up real quick. Yeah. Slams with your shield. Increases armor and holy damage done. That's gonna maybe bang. As champions of the light, paladins can use powerful auras to safeguard. Oh, they're bringing auras back. Concentration aura, that is a damage aura. Dude, I have played this game so much. It's insane how many... I can just see the name of all the abilities and I'll instantly remember most of them. I've redesigned Retribution aura. I should just keep reading instead of, you know... That would make it a lot easier. A redesigned Retribution aura allows Paladins to avenge fallen allies with a short burst of avenging wrath, giving these holy auras the strength to vanquish evil or keep their remaining allies on their feet. Crusader and Devotion aura are also available to all Paladins. Devotion aura. Okay, Devotion aura is not the one that gives you armor. And Crusader might be... Crusader is mount speed? Okay, I didn't remember that. Consecration is the AoE ability. Yeah, that's why I thought, okay, so concentration and consecration. So this is something new then. Or did they have this in the... Oh, no, it says returns. I don't remember this one, actually. Concentration. The Astrite trait Glimmer of Light moves to a space to level 50 talent row, competing with powerful existing options such as Beacon of Faith, while Holy Paladin's Aura talent row has been replaced by Aura. Aura Mastery continues to give Holy Paladins the unique ability to give any aura a special empowerment. Ooh. I wonder if they're going to keep Divine Favor or, you know. Yeah, what they have now is Divine Favor. Surely they get that still? Or how is that going to work then? I wonder. Are PvP talents still going to be a thing in Shadowlands? I don't even know. The darkest place within the Shadowlands inspired Wrath, blah blah blah. Wake of Ashes is available to all red Paladins instead of needing to be picked as a talent, allowing these holy warriors to vanquish evil, blah 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 blah. Why do they do all this roleplay typing? Should I read this instead? Would you guys rather I read this? Wowhead. Most people are saying Wowhead. Okay. All priests are receiving the following abilities. Baseline, Mind Blast, Mind Soothe. Mind Soothe. Mind Soothe? I don't remember that one. Power Infusion, Shadow Word Death. Ooh. I wonder how Shadow Word Death is going to work now, though. Is it going to be the old Shadow Word Death that you can remove CC with and you get that as a baseline? Because if it is, that is POG. Priest should be very happy. And every spec is getting it too. Priest should be very, very happy then. Oh, and you get Shadow Word Pain as baseline as well for every spec. Power Infusion is rework. It can now be cast on allies. Ooh. That's also really cool. Being able to give power infusion to your friends is really, really cool. Wait, I'm liking, out of what I've seen so far, Druid, of course, Warrior, and Priest all look really fun to me. Disc. Lights. Caress. Talent. This enables this to heal their allies by blessing them with power word barrier and healing them again if they're still under the barrier when it expires. Mind Blast will provide a powerful burst of damage and atonement healing along with an absorb shield for a significant mana cost. Who gets the absorb shield? Circle of healing is baseline. Prayer circle, and power circle of healing, reducing the caster of prayer of healing model for shorter. Okay. Priest is getting. A lot of this is like really confusing, and I have to test it out. I feel like. Very interesting. Death and Madness talent. Each time a target dies after being slain with Shadow or Death, the Shadow Priest gains a substantial amount of incentive over a few seconds. In addition, Shadow or Death resets. Instantly reduces. Ready to use to the next victim. Okay. Surrender to Madness. Merging current Dark Ascension and Surrender to Madness, the Shadow Priest instantly gets a huge spike of Insanity and cast Void Eruption on the target. Over a long duration, Insanity generated abilities grants 100% more Insanity, and you can cast your spells while moving. However, if the caster fails to slay their target during the buff window, they succumb to the shadows and die. They want one crazy talent like this for Shadow still, huh? They have one crazy talent like that, right? Alright, next one. All rogue specs are receiving the following abilities. Baseline. Instant poison, cripple poison, numbing poison. Okay. Interesting. Shiv. Shiv now allows a concentrated version of poison to infect the target for a short duration. Is that all it does? It just puts the poison up? Pickpocket will frequently uncover their... Okay. Wait. Can be mixed into their Crimson Vial, augmented its power the next time the rogue drinks it. Interesting. Assassination. Shiv. Bonus effect. Provides a moment of intonation damage to them, mirroring the gameplay of Toxic Blade. Okay. Poison. Stronger poisons. Apply to the blades faster and always infects targets when attacking from stealth. Oh. Do you insta-apply from stealth? That's kind of cool. Makes it more reliable from stealth. Oh, makes sense. Ambush. Initial attack from stealth. For assassination. I wonder how that's going to hit. Blindside. Has a chance to access ambush while out of stealth with a higher chance on lower health. Toxic Blade. You can randomly proc an ambush. Outlaw. Roll the Bones. Removed combo point requirement for a modifiable cooldown, which can be manipulated to line up with their staggering finishing moves. Okay. Restless Blades. Frantic combat will reduce the cooldown of Roll the Bones by spending combo points. Man, rogues are changing a lot too. Initial returns to Outlaw's toolkit. Between the eyes, making their foes more susceptible to the crit instead of stunning them. I wonder if crit is still going to be weaker like it is in PvP, like it is now in Shadowlands. I wonder if there's going to be hidden... Wait, hold up. Did they say if there's going to be hidden scaling in Shadowlands like there is in BFA right now for PvP? Are they going to keep that... I'm sorry, garbage? I really hope not. They didn't say yet? Okay. Evasion returns as Outlaw's defensive ability. Riposte is an upgraded talent option. Hook is now also increased the speed of Rogue's grappling hook. Okay. Find weakness. Attacking from stealth. This is sub. Attacking from stealth and other abilities allow the rogues to bypass target's armor, but also causes shadow damage when they're struck by an eviscerate. Shadow Vault. New AoE finisher which also assaults target with their findings. Dark Shadow. Now passively part of Shadowlands, but increased its cooldown. That's the damage increase, right? Rupture. Dot bleed finishing move. Dot bleed finishing move? Isn't that exactly what it is now? Oh, that is for sub. Right, because sub has something else. Makes sense. Shaman. New baseline abilities. Chain Heal. Chain Lightning. Healing Stream Totem. Flame Tongue Totem. Ooh, that's back. Flame Shock. Frost Shock. Lightning Shield and Share. Oh, that's big. This one is big because it's a slow, and you get or it's probably gonna have a cooldown still, right? Where you get a slow as Resto, for example, another slow, which is kind of big. Damn, that's really cool. They get Lightning Shield and Flame Tongue weapon back too. I mean, already that's like big for Shaman. I feel like Shamans must be happy. I wonder if they get Nature Swiftness like Druids, because they used to have Nature Swiftness too. Elemental. Maelstrom resources has been removed, making elemental cooldowns management focused. Maelstrom weapon attacks have a chance to grant a stacking buff, which makes spells instant cast. There's a lot here. Elemental Blast grants a powerful ranged attack option, which benefit from Maelstrom weapon cast time reduction. Hailstorm has been redesigned using Stormslang reset cooldown of Flame Shock and Frost Shock. Searing Assault. Redesign a powerful fire attack strikes blah 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 while causing Searing Totem and Flame Shock to deal damage much faster. Overcharge has been redesigned, generating Jesus. Enhance is completely reworked. They were supposed to do that in BFA, by the way. I just want to point that out. I'm pretty sure they went out and said they're doing a rework for Enhance in BFA, and then they didn't. I'm pretty sure that was a thing, right? But now they're getting it. Okay, Stormkeeper has been redesigned, makes it 2 next line bolt over the cast with bonus damage and now benefits from Maelstrom. Okay, so there is a lot here. I'm not even gonna like, I would have to like test it out. You know, it's so much. I don't even play Enhance. I can't like put my mind into it instantly. I know Enhance in BFA is awful to play in my opinion. I really dislike it. Not just because they're insanely weak, but the whole playstyle of keeping your buffs up all the time, it just feels meh. Resto, Earth Shield is now baseline rather than a talent. Cool. Surge of the Earth talent expends a few charges of Earth Shield to significantly heal the target and several nearby allies. They didn't get NS, Nature Swiftness, like Druids. I'm actually kind of surprised that Druids got NS, and I thought Shamans would too. Wonder how much totems are going to heal for too, like healing stream and stuff. That's always a thing every expansion, right? How are the totems? Do they have too much health? Are they worth killing, basically? All Warlock specs are receiving the following abilities. So now we're on Warlock, guys. Okay, so Warlock. Baseline, Curse of Doom. Ooh, I wonder how that's gonna work. Hasn't that been different quite a lot? I remember at some point Curse of Doom was like, it did no damage and then it just exploded and did a lot, right? Wasn't that a thing? Maybe at the end of it, or if it got the spell or something, it would do a bang damage. Curse of Tongues, that's the one that makes you... your cast speed slower. Toxic. Really, really toxic. Curse of Recklessness. Oh, let me see if I remember this. Isn't it reduced attack power or something? Or is it increased attack power and then something else? Do more damage, take more damage. Oh, okay. Is that it? Demonic Circle is baseline. Wow, Warlocks are happy instantly. Demonic Circle is your teleport. So every spec gets a teleport. That makes sense. I don't know, you know. I just hope this spec fucks off for the whole expansion because I'm so tired of it. I would actually just... Oh my god, I hate this spec in BFA. I hope Affliction is going to be the thing again or something. Alright, let's see. Tongue-Tied Talent. Empowers spells cast on a target with Curse of Tongues, causing them to seal the victim from receiving healing effects, forcing them to succumb to all incoming damage for a moderate amount of time. That sounds like it could be insanely overpowered. Is it like from all healing effects? You can't heal through it? You just press this and they can't get healed? That sounds... The potential of this talent sounds insane. Unstable Affliction no longer stacks on the target. Ooh, I like that actually. I really dislike being able to stack UA. I don't think it's good design. Now lasts for longer and no longer consumes a soul shard. Oh, I hate the soul shard system overall. I think right before Soul Shards, I think Cataclysm was the last expansion without Soul Shards. I really liked Warlock and Kata. Malefic Rapture deals damage to all enemies afflicted by their periodic spells, increased for each periodic effect on the target. Okay. Sow of the Seeds. Now embeds 2 additional seeds corruption. Okay. So... Huh. I'm assuming that the UA is going to do a lot more damage since there's only one of them. The thing about playing against Affliction, it's often like... As a healer, you either dispel on cooldown, or you just don't give a fuck, I feel like. I have a feeling it's going to turn into dispel on cooldown again. Every time they land a UA. Like, maybe it's going to be all you do... it's going to be hard to say. Maybe it's like every time you face an Affliction Warlock, you have to do everything to stop UAs, because they just bang, and every time they land, maybe you have to insta-dispel them. I'm not sure. Demo, Dark Pact now scales with spell power to deal more damage than ever before. Dark Fury also increases the increased area of effect. Okay, Destro, Fire and Brimstone now generates 2 shells for each additional enemy struck by the Warlock's Incinerate. Alright, well you can just go ahead and like make Destro shit for an expansion, I wouldn't mind. I mean, if Destro is going to be as tanky as it is now and get a teleport... Oh my god. Alright, Warrior. We went through this yesterday, but I'll go through it real quick again. Are we done soon? Jesus, this has been taking forever. Am I done soon? How many classes is left? This game has too many classes. Can they remove one or two? Challenging shout, execute, hamstring, ignore pain, intervene, shield block, shield slam, slam, spell reflection, whirlwind is all baseline. Shattering. This is insane, by the way. This is an AoE taunt. This is execute. You do it on low health and they get banged. Some expansion it owns. Some expansion it's like tickle cute. Hamstring. I don't know if it's still going to be on global. I assume it still will be. Ignore pain. That's a pro talent that gives you like absorb. Intervene, this is the big one. This is the big daddy PvP talent or PvP ability for everyone now. I'm hoping it's going to be like it was. You intervene a target, and then it charges you to the target you pick, a friendly target, and it'll redirect the next physical ability to you. So if it's like a kidney shot from a rogue, you can take the kidney shot for your healer. You can do game-breaking things with it. If it's still like that, it's amazing. I love this, and I don't know why it ever disappeared. Like, stuff like this makes me want to play Warrior again. Shield block. Shield block. Alright. It's shield block. I'm assuming you don't even need to go one-liner and shield. You can just press it. You have another button to use defensively. Shattering throw also deals devastating damage against foes protected by an absorb shield. Wait, what? So maybe it's worth like if there's a big rapture shield on someone, you just shatter it and they just get fucking shattered. Double time war machine is baseline talents. Arms, this is big as well. Piercing howl can be used to slow enemies. Piercing howl is an AoE ranged slow. So you can maybe like have uptime on stuff again. Maybe you'll be able to play double charge and still have stun and have a ranged slow with intervene. And that alone will make you, you know, those things. Maybe wars are fucking back, boys. Maybe they're going to be fun again. Maybe you're not a potato just potatoing around. I think I might be a warrior again. I'm going to try it out on as soon as possible. On if I get to play alpha, I'll try it out on alpha maybe first. Okay, Cleave talent has been redesigned after striking 3 targets with Whirlwind. Cleave will strike all enemies in front of inflicting. Okay. Deadly Calm has been redesigned. Completely removes the rage cost of the next 4 abilities. And passively increase maximum range by a moderate amount. I like that too. I like Deadly Calm. Oh my god, dude. I think I'm gonna be a warrior again. There's just so many good news here. Holy shit. Like, imagine if they added banners as well. I'm not gonna complain, but that would be amazing if there was banners on top of all of this. Because that was so fun to use. Like Demo and Mocking Banner and stuff with Intervene. But yeah, I'm happy. This is awesome. Dreadnought now takes a Seismic Wave Azerite trait, dealing damage to enemies in a line when hitting 2 targets with sweeping strikes. It will create 2 seismic. Interesting. What do you guys think about that? I think that sounds fucking awesome. Are you guys pogging about that, or are you like dance gaming? I don't know how it's gonna work with like the double charge. What if can you have double charge and Stormbolt? Will you be able to spec into Shockwave and Stormbolt again? I guess not. Maybe you'll be able to have double charge and Stormbolt and Intervene, which would be insane. With Piercing Howl on top of that. That would be insane. Fury, Fury Battle Talent. Whirlwind also casts Slam on the primary target. Okay, Onslaught, brutally attacking enemy body range for a large amount of damage and generates some rage. Cool. Wrecking Ball grants a moderate chance for next Whirlwind to deal devastating amount of damage. Fresh Meat has been redesigned now. Causes Bloodthirst to always grant enrage the first time Bloodthirst strikes a target. Okay, Frothing. Upon reaching on rage, gain haste and movement speed for a few seconds. Interesting. Interesting. I'm not going to read prot. Alright. How many classes do we have left? We already went through Death Knight, didn't we? Didn't I already go through that on this? Death Knight was the first one. Yeah, we went through all of them. We're done. Alright.